Hi, my name is Michael and I'm the co-founder of AttachmentDB. In this video, I show you how you can send out an email to, for example, an admin if an infected file is found in Salesforce by AttachmentDB. We are going to use a feature of Salesforce called the flow to implement this idea, and you will find flows in the admin menu. So let's look for flows there, and then we're going to create a new flow. All right, next we select that this flow is triggered by a platform event, and this event is published by AttachmentDB and it's called a scan result. So search for that. All right, a scan result can be either a real-time or a full scan result. That's why we first filter for real-time events. And we do this by checking for a specific value. So let's call this the real-time branch, and we will check if within the platform event there is a real-time scan result ID field that's not null. And this is how we can check if there is a real-time scan result. Next, we look up the scan result by getting the record of the scan result. So the object is called scan result, and then we make sure that we filter by ID, like the record ID equals the ID from the platform event. And we know by certain that this is only one result, so we make sure that we select it in the following way. And then we make again a decision, this time based on the scan result we want to trigger email. So in my case I want to send out emails only for infected files, and that's why I create a branch where I silent out all the results that I'm not interested in, and then I use the default branch to send out the notification. So first I check for the clean result and also check for the unscannable result. And I OR them together, so if one of them is true, then this is the silent branch, otherwise we fall into the notify branch. And in the notify branch we select the email action, and this is where we actually then send out the email. So we have to configure a couple of things. One is the recipient, so in my case I enter my email address. You can either enter yours, team email address, or a bunch of email addresses. You can also look up other values from Salesforce object if you like. We configure that this is a rich text formatted body because we want to maybe probably have a nice looking email later on. And we create a new resource that's called the text template, and this contains the body of the email. And in my case, you can find the text to copy and paste in the blog post that accompanies this video. All right, so one thing that I missed here is connecting up the body with the resource that we just created, and I actually missed entering a subject. That's why you see the red invalidation error in the background. But nonetheless, we save the flow. You will enter a subject as well before you do that, and then after saving the flow we also activate it. So this takes a little bit, and then you can activate it, and now whenever there's a new scan result, this will be published. So I'm going to upload a file that's infected, and then you should, within a couple of seconds, receive an email like this that says, okay, there was an infected file. You can configure this email, the body and the language that you use in any ways that is appropriate for your use case. You can also change the flow in any ways you can imagine. So as you see, the flow basically is a way to, whenever a scan result is there, you look into the scan result and then you can do whatever you wish. In our case, we send out an email, but you can extend that in any way that you can imagine. So thanks for watching this video. If there are any feedback, please let me know in the comments. Besides that, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.